for YouTube. It still says I'm not going for YouTube just yet, but if that's the case, nope, there it is. It says it's live. Great. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I have been let me ask you a question first, actually. Have you ever done a challenge for yourself? Maybe it was to release weight. Maybe it was to go live every day. Well, I recently attended a Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Boss Babe, Chalene Johnson. I mean, the event was awesome. It was ownyourfuturechallenge.com. I don't know if they're still up or not. Anyway, Chalene Johnson was at this, and she did a she challenged everyone at the event to do a 30-day engagement challenge and to go live every day. So this is my, I don't know what day at this point, probably day 4 of that challenge. And this video is going to be in digital marketing. So got a question for you, because it seriously just sparked my ideas flowing, thinking about that engagement is, do you have a group? Whether it's a Book of Faces group, maybe you have a Discord server, right? Do you have a group? And if so, are you discouraged about your group? Do you feel like giving up? Maybe there's, really quiet, really dead. Maybe you don't know how to market it, right? There's so much to creating a community. But remember, you have to build momentum first. And momentum is built by small steps, creating a more solid foundation, right? You can't just create and expect people to come, right? The Field of Dreams is just a Hollywood movie. So you have to remember that you have to build that momentum first. And in order to do that, there are many pieces, right? But you don't have to be overwhelmed. It doesn't have to happen all at once, but you really should consider starting with 5, right? If you don't know me, my name is Cassandra, aka The Prosperous Heart. My biggest passion in life is to empower other people just like you to create more success in their life, whether it's through digital marketing things like what I'm sharing with you today, whether it's meditation or introducing you to somebody who has more information than I do. I feel like I'm called to do that. And if you're in human design, I'm a projector, so that makes total sense, right? But that's who I am. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending your time and energy with me in this moment. Now, as I said before, whether you have a Book of Faces group, a Discord server, or some other digital socialization space, keep in mind these 5 easy tips on how to create engagement in your group. So, number 1, always, and rather, let me back up. These 5 easy tips are easy to remember because it's A, B, C, D, E, right? Think of that in the alphabet, at least the English alphabet, possibly Latin. A, always react and respond to comments. Now, it may come a time where you have so many comments you can't keep up. That's okay. But with the right processes in place, you can then go back and re-engage those posts. And then when you do that, at least within Book of Faces, you actually also build on the algorithm, right? But if you're in Discord, you are at least acknowledging that somebody saw their response. So number 1 is A, always react and respond to comments. Number 2, or B, right? Be courteous and polite, even if they are not. So sure, it's your group and you can be as rude as you want to, but some people just have bad days. We all have bad days. Some people hide behind the anonymity of being online, right? And they don't think about how their words are coming across. Or you're like me, where you're just like, this is the information, boom. And it's not necessarily emotional all the time. It's not necessarily emotional. And so it's just information, but it's perceived in a different way. And, it happens. So be courteous and polite, even if they don't appear to be, right? So that's number 2, or the letter B. Number 3, or C, right? Catch their attention on important posts by tagging them in the comments. So you probably, unless you're paying somebody to do it, you probably don't want to tag them in every single post, but maybe it's an invitation to join you live, right? Maybe it's an invitation to share their social media posts, right? There are many ways with which you can engage with people, but you don't want to tag them every time, because if it's not relevant to them, they may just leave the group, right? So be conscious in your attempts at catching their attention. All right, so that was number 3, or C. Number 4, or D, which is decide. Decide you will be consistent in providing value. So this could be articles relating to the why of your group, right? So my group, which should be linked somewhere above the below this video, unless I didn't update the Book of Faces one. But that's my group. And my group, or at least the one that's linked, is about digital marketing and empowering specifically entrepreneurs. But in my opinion, based off of my experience, I think digital marketing is for everyone, whether you're an entrepreneur or an employee, simply because of what it's allowed me to do with my life. So that's another video for another day. But D is decide that you're going to provide consistent value, whether your articles or someone else's, or maybe it's a live, or maybe you do an interview with somebody in your group, or ... right? Decide to actually be engaging and provide value to your group. And then number 5 is actually engage. E, right? E. Engage by taking action. You will not get anything done unless you are consistent in your actions. And if you gain momentum and then stop being consistent, you might create a negative feedback loop, because the lack of consistency shows lack of results. And then you start thinking thoughts of lack, right? So continue to be consistent and engage. It doesn't have to be every day, but it needs to be consistent. Okay. They have to be able to trust that you're going to be in your group. So recap, right? The five easy tips on how to create engagement in your group. Number 1, or A, always react and respond to comments. Number 2, or B, be courteous and polite. Number 3, C, catch their attention on important posts. Number 4, or D, decide you will be consistent. And number 5, E, engage by taking action. So if you got value from today's training, please be sure to give this a thumbs up, perhaps even a heart, and circle this amongst people that you feel might benefit from this today. Again, somewhere above or below this video, there should be a link to join my newsletter if you'd like occasional information on things that I feel might benefit you. So thank you once again for joining me today. My name is Cassandra, aka The Prosperous Heart. My biggest passion is to empower people just like you to create more joy and results in your life. And so I thank you so much for being here today and sharing your time and energy. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.